Raise your voice. This happened to me 2 years ago when I was 23 years old in my own home. I had finished working a late shift and returned home. My housemate at the time was partying with friends of theirs, and I joined them for a few drinks before going to bed. One of the guys knocked on my door and he asked if I would mind if he slept in my room, because my housemate and his friend were getting together in the living room and he felt awkward. I said that was fine and told him he could sleep on top of the covers and gave him a blanket. We briefly chatted and I said goodnight. He asked would anything happen between the two of us, and I was baffled because until this night I had never met this man. I responded very clearly no, and I only let him in my room because I figured he needed somewhere to sleep. He said that was fine, and I then went to sleep. I'm not sure how long I was asleep for, but I woke up and I felt him inserting his fingers inside me. I was genuinely shocked at what was happening and lay there in shock. He assumed I was asleep. I then jolted forward and he quickly removed his hands from my underwear and rolled over. I think I said something along the lines of, "You need to get out of my room," and he left. I was so frozen in shock and disbelief at what had happened. It's strange because I always thought if I was ever to get caught in that situation that I would shout or scream, but I didn't. I was just frozen. I did tell my friends who were supportive, but I didn't tell anyone else. I felt so stupid for having let him in my room in the first place, and for a long time I blamed myself and questioned if it was my fault. I know now that it wasn't. Because this happened in my house, in my bedroom, while I was asleep in my own bed, and somewhere I felt safe, that made it more distressing. I was relieved to move out when the lease was up, and although I tend not to get triggered by situations, I do find in TV series or Netflix shows that have scenes of sexual abuse distressing, and I often can't continue watching. I don't think it's changed my day-to-day behaviour, but I do think my relationships and the way I behave with men has changed. I'm a lot more distrusting and afraid to appear vulnerable or weak, and I've become a lot more cynical. I would like to say to that young man, I will never be the same woman I was before this happened. And sometimes I grieve the person that you took away. It frustrates me that you probably never gave what you did a second thought, whereas I carry that with me every day. I hate you. I hope one day I won't hate you, and I'll have closure, and you won't cross my mind. But most of all, I hope you haven't done that to anyone else.